Waste, fraud, and abuse. That's what Doge was created to root out of government agencies and contracts. But it turns out that the real waste, fraud, and abuse was coming from inside the Doge the whole time. This bombshell new reporting from the Washington Post shows that Elon's businesses are built on a $38 billion pile of taxpayer money. In addition to that, Dropsite News has revealed that the Trump administration is setting aside $400 million to give to Elon's Tesla. To me, it looks like Trump is making good on the $350 million investment that Elon made during the campaign. All of this happening while Doge is getting exposed repeatedly for cooking the books, lying about the amount of money that they're actually finding, and straight up wasting money by canceling contracts we've already paid for. Folks, this is going to be a jam-packed video. Like the video if you're liking the video, and make sure to subscribe. For every sub, we'll send one measles vaccine to RFK Jr.
Hey guys, I hope I'm not interrupting, but aspartame is bad for you.
Yeah, we don't need you. So
Robert, would you shut up and get me a Coke?
yeah, I'm his best friend, so
It's hard to believe, or rather accept, that this walking, talking Bavarian sausage is single-handedly ruining our United States of America. A man who has more kids than he has sense and yet spends his time memeing on Twitter.
I am become meme. Yeah. Pretty much.
And of course, Doge itself is being hit with scandal after scandal as error after error is being exposed. Philip DeFranco has been breaking this down and does an excellent job explaining the many errors that Doge is making, maybe on purpose, maybe on accident, but definitely through incompetence. I'll show you one quick example.
Last week, for example, it retweeting a Treasury Department post saying that the IRS had rescinded a previously planned $1.9 billion contract and done so in connection to the group's work, with Doge including a screenshot of a $1.9 billion contract with an unnamed vendor that had been marked as terminated. But then, when the Times contacted the vendor in question, they said that their contract had actually been canceled back in the fall, meaning that Doge was literally taking credit for something that the Biden administration had done. And it doesn't appear that's the only time it's happened, right? Another example, an environmental scientist in Michigan also told the Times that Doge had included a federal contract that he had in its list of savings, despite the fact that the contract had expired in December.
Clerical errors aside, as well as wasting money by canceling contracts we already mostly paid for and now won't be able to benefit from, there's now come to light a suspicious amount of money flowing from the government directly into the pockets of Elon Musk. The Washington Post just dropped this insane reporting showing just how important taxpayer dollars have been in building Elon's empire, something he is very obviously trying to protect through his actions at Doge. Now, if you ask Elon, he'll deny having anything to do with this. He'll pretend that even though his net worth of nearly $400 billion is made up of Tesla and SpaceX stocks, that because he has nothing to do with the day-to-day operations at those companies, him mucking around in agencies and departments that either give his companies money or oversee his companies when they violate the law isn't some sort of glaring conflict of interest.
Does that present a conflict of interest for you?
No, because you'd have to look at the individual contract and say, first of all, I'm not the one, filing the contract. It's people at SpaceX or someone who will be putting for the contract.
But as aloof as Elon Musk is pretending to be, he knows very well how important those sweet government dollars are for his companies. Over the years, Musk and his businesses have received at least $38 billion in government contracts, loans, subsidies, and tax credits, often at critical times. These payments have stretched back more than 20 years. Shortly after becoming CEO of a cash-strapped Tesla in 2008, Musk fought hard to secure a low-interest loan from the Energy Department, according to two people directly involved with the process. When Tesla soon after realized it was missing a crucial Environmental Protection Agency certification it needed to qualify for the loan days before Christmas, Musk went straight to the top, urging then EPA Administrator Lisa Jackson to intervene. An additional 52 ongoing contracts with 7 government agencies, including NASA, the Department of Defense, are on track to potentially pay Musk's company an additional $11.8 billion. Doge has sought to cut staff, slash budgets, or cut contracts at all 7 of the agencies where Musk's companies have ongoing contracts. That includes the General Service Administration, Defense Department, and Transportation Department. Clear conflicts of interests. Not every entrepreneur at this scale has been dependent on federal money. Certainly not Nvidia, not Microsoft, nor Amazon, nor Meta, said Jeffrey Sonnenfeld, professor at Yale School of Management. But the irony of the situation situation to me is that people seemingly forgot that SpaceX wouldn't exist without NASA. Like, they even point that out here. Government funding also provided key early infusions to Musk's ventures. NASA and the Defense Department nurtured SpaceX in its earliest years with contracts that helped it build infrastructure, while the agency tolerated the company's failures to meet required milestones on time. The $465 million Energy Department loan, which arrived in 2010, helped fuel Tesla's meteoric rise. Tesla would not have survived without the loan, said a former high-level Tesla employee familiar with the company's finances. These Republicans like to call people who are on Social Security, Medicaid, or Medicare leeches. They like to call them the parasite class. But in reality, it's the billionaires who use the government like their dumb rich friend, who will just give them free money to start up their businesses, wherein they can collect all the profit themselves, and when they eventually fail, the government's there again to bail them out. And it's not like the loans and grants and inflated contracts aren't continuing to this day. You might remember the armored Tesla fiasco from last week.
Elon Musk's Tesla is forecast to win a $400 million contract from the State Department in Q4 for, quote, armored Tesla. It is forecast to be the largest contract delivered by the State Department in 2025. This top contract is a $400 million contract, and then you just have to bounce over to this side to find out who this is for. It's FY 2025, target award quarter. It's fourth, armored Tesla.
Now, this story was debated. They went in and changed the name to Armored Electric Vehicles to make it seem like they're not specifically going to buy Teslas. And Elon Musk responded to this saying, I'm pretty sure Tesla isn't getting $400 million. No one mentioned it to me, at least. Yeah, right, dude. Here's what happened. The Biden administration, as part of their push toward electric vehicles, had allocated $483,000 in the fiscal year 2025 for electric vehicle purchases, far less than the $400 million that DropSite revealed to be set aside for Tesla vehicles under the Trump administration. A former White House official familiar with the plans suggested that the $400 million allocation to Tesla was a deliberate move, not a clerical error. This $400 million of promised funds to buy Teslas sure seems like a little bit of a kickback to me. This, to me, seems like the definition of waste, fraud, and abuse. They're wasting our money on stuff we don't need, armored Teslas. They're lying about this money being set aside by the Biden administration and about the amount of money. That's fraud. And although after they were called out they changed Tesla to electric vehicle, it's clear that this money is being earmarked for Tesla, a company owned by Elon Musk, who just happened to spend $350 million getting the Trump administration elected. That is abuse. 3 for 3. The robber barons are back, folks, but this time they're not building any charities or libraries. This time they're waving around chainsaws and wearing orange makeup. I'm Tony Hinderman with Really American, and I'll catch you next time.